After a time this spring when U.S. roads were often car-free as a result of pandemic-related shutdowns, some traffic has returned, but many vehicles remain stuck in park, which means they're not consuming the gasoline they once did.
A very, very difficult time for crude oil, both in terms of seeing the demand destruction and curtailing the supply.
A good portion of each barrel of crude goes to make gas, the drop in demand for which sent prices per barrel below zero in some cases several months ago. The coronavirus has hurt the economy as well as oil.
The GDP growth and use of petroleum products and liquids is very closely linked.
Enverus energy analyst SARP OZCAN says the oil industry has felt the impact. Drilling is way down. Many wells have gone offline. There have been bankruptcies and many layoffs. Companies are pondering,
how do we become more financially stable? Asset sales, cutting dividends.
University of Colorado Denver's Tom Brady says the ones with high debt levels are in a particularly tough place. Court battles over big projects like the Keystone XL and Dakota Access pipelines represent another industry challenge.
This is another factor that's going to add to price volatility.
The long-haul pipelines are definitely the ones that are going to be approached with a little bit more cynicism in terms of their construction schedules and the backlash that they'll face.
The oil industry has always been boom or bust. The question is, has oil usage peaked? Is the pandemic helping accelerate a more permanent shift in the way we use energy?
We're looking at a long and sustained gradual decline in demand for oil.
Travis Madsen with the Southwest Energy Efficiency Project predicts electric vehicles will be the transportation of the future.
Even with the oil market depressed as it is right now, electricity is cheaper. Batteries are getting cheaper and cheaper.
I just continue to think that our future energy mix here in the U.S. and globally, yes, renewables will take a bigger share, but oil and gas are not going anywhere.
After bottoming out in June, U.S. oil production has begun to climb again, and prices are up too, though not at the level that operators will need to generate free cash flow and keep shareholders happy. Much depends on the pandemic. OZCAN says the economy will need to reopen.
Any sort of demand creation is going to be key.
Until then, the oil industry in many ways will be stuck in neutral, along with the consumers it relies on. Hendrik Sybrandy for CGTN, Denver.